Hello world, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl C of Cycling Crochet. Guys, today's tutorial you need your pair of scissors, your hook of 3.0, stitch markers, as well as a thin yarn, not all that thin but a thin yarn. So first of all, you make a chain, and your chain should equal to so you measure from your right side to your left side of your chest, then you chain according to. So next of all, you make a chain of 5, then you skip 2. In the third stitch hole you make a double crochet. Okay, you chain 2, you skip 2. In the third stitch hole you make another double crochet. You chain 2, you skip 2. In the third you make another double crochet. So we kind of making meshes here. So if you want the meshes to be smaller, you have to chain like 1, but if you want it bigger, you can chain from 3, 4, depending on the yarn that you are using. Okay, so when you get to the next row, you chain 5 for the beginning, then you make a double crochet. We are chaining 5 for the beginning because 3 of it becomes the edge, then the 2 becomes the middle part. So you chain 2, then you make a double crochet. So, and the double crochet should be on top of the previous double crochet, not in between, but the previous, on top of the previous double crochet. Okay, so this kind of mesh is the straight one. So we are doing that till we get to the end of the row, and at the end of the row you chain 5, you turn your work, then you make a double crochet on top of the first double crochet that you have. Okay, so this is it. So you keep on increasing it until you get to a height that you want. Okay, so I made it taller till I got to where I need to create the neck hole. Okay, so you make it longer depending on your height that you want. Okay, so after several rows, this is what I have. Yes, then you use your stitch marker to indicate the middle part of your work like this. Okay, so this is where we are going to create our neck hole. All right, so with the neck hole you're going to make the same meshes that we did. We are doing that till we get to the stitch marker, then we go back again. Okay, so let's see how I did it. You chain 2, then you make a double crochet, chain 2, make a double crochet, chain 2, make a double crochet. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, turn on your bell, give me a like, comment below. Okay, yeah, and you can share my videos to others too. Okay, so yeah, so we stop at the stitch, the double crochet before the stitch marker. Okay, so next of all you turn your work and you chain 1, then you make single crochet in the first stitch space that you have there, then you chain 2 and you make your double crochet into the next. Okay, so we are kind of closing whenever we turn our work, we close the first stitch spaces or the mesh spaces that we have. Okay, we are kind of creating a kind of sliding effect at the edge over there. Okay, whilst we maintain the other side. Okay, so you keep on making your meshes until you get to that side where you want to slide. Anytime you want to slide, you just close the stitch mesh or the mesh space with single crochets, then you come back to the next one and continue with your normal meshes. So let's do that. Okay, so let's move on till we get to that part, and when we get to that part you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so we keep on making meshes. By the way, happy Father's Day to all fathers and potential fathers. God bless you all for your hard work. Okay, so we are there now. Yes, so before the first stitch space that you have, the mesh space that you have, you close it with single crochets, 2 single crochets like this. You chain 1, then you turn your work and close the first. Okay, so anytime you turn it, you close the first one with 2 single crochets. Then you make your double crochet, you chain 2 and make double crochets. I hope you get this part. So anytime you get to where you need to slide it, you just close the first mesh space with single crochets. Okay, whilst you maintain this side, then gradually you move up and you see that you get the sliding effect. Okay, so you keep on doing that till you get to the time where you have only 9 mesh holes on that side of your work. Okay, because you are not going to slide everything, otherwise you are not going to get sleeve or something for our work. So you just need to end at the 9th mesh hole. Okay, so you chain 5, you turn your work, so you keep on doing that and sliding till you get to the 9th one. Then you do the same for the other parts of your work. But before you do that for the other part of your work, when you get to the 9th stitch hole, you are not going to slide it again. Then you make additional 5 rows to it so that your work will be nice and perfect. Okay, so you chain again, you close the first with single crochets, with 2 single crochet, then you make double crochet, you chain 2. Okay, so let's do that till we get to the 9th one. Yeah, so this is the 9th. Okay, so our stitch holes, you have 1 to up to 9 stitch holes over here. So now we are not going to slide it again, we are just going to continue with the normal meshes of 5 rows. You can make up to 6 rows or 7 rows. Okay, but I made up to 5 rows. Sorry, I made up to 6 rows, right? So with this step, there's no sliding over here because I don't want my work to look some way. So I kept on making the normal meshes straight for 5 rows. Okay guys, you are done with this part of our work. Now we are going to do the same for the other side, starting from the mesh before the stitch marker and sliding it. Then when we get to the 9th stitch hole, we do the same thing. Now our edges are not smooth, you can clearly see it, so we are going to make single crochet round and round twice, okay, to keep our work firm and to make our work very straight. So what I'm doing is I'm making 2 single crochets in each mesh hole, 2 single crochets, because we chain 2, we chain 2 and skip 2, okay. So if you chain 3 and skip 3 for the meshes, you are going to make 3 single crochets in each of the mesh holes, okay. So I'm making 2 single crochets in each of the stitch holes until maybe when I get to the edges, and the edges I make it 3 for the sake of the edges, okay, so I can get a straight edge, right? So after single crochet twice around my work, you can see that the edges are now smooth and looks beautiful and finished. Yeah, so I counted from here to this place for 11 mesh holes. Then with the help of my hook I made my, so 13, we are creating a kind of something that we can use to tie our work, because you remember that this dress doesn't really have an armhole, so we just want something to hold our work, so that to the front part of our work as well as the back part of our work, so that it doesn't come off, okay. So I'm making meshes of 4 here, okay, and just like before, you chain 5 and you turn your work like this, then you continue with your meshes, okay. So I'm just making it 4 meshes to make it a little bit not too big a band or not too small a band, okay. Okay, so I'm making this for 25 rows, okay. So keep on increasing this to the 25th row. Yes, so this is what I have. Of course you can make it longer, okay, but depends on you, okay. So you make for the other side too as well. So this is the front part or the back part of our work. You make the same piece, okay. So this work you make the same piece just like we did before. So we have 2 pieces together. Now we are going to join the pieces with the single crochets at the top. You can use your thread and needle to join it, but you can see that I always prefer using single crochet and join in case I want to undo my work, okay. So after sealing it, you just tie the 2 bands like this and your work is done. So guys, let me finish up sealing the top parts of my work like this. Then after sealing it, you put it on. When remember, always seal at the negative part, okay, so that your stitches will go in the inside, okay. We don't want where we sealed our work to be visible to the whole world, so you just seal it at the negative part. Then when after sealing, you just turn your work so that it goes inside, okay. So you cut off every excess yarn that is taken out, then you turn your work like this so that the sealing part goes in the middle. Then we put it on, guys. Isn't this so beautiful? I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.